Hello everyone, it's Anna with ACS Creations. I'm just trying to get this. I have it on the side, my phone on the side, because I'm charging my phone up. I got it on my little portable charger. So, it's been a little while since I did a video. And gotta try and be a little quiet because my son is sleeping. And it's also going to be a quick video because my husband should be home from work soon. He started his new job about a month ago now. He's on the second shift. They're working him down to the third shift. So I've been kind of busy. If I look off to the side, it's because he's sleeping right there. That last weekend we went upstate for my son's birthday. It was a good turnout. He's got a lot of toys. Quite a bit of people showed up, more than I expected to show up, so that was good. But I'll get on to the yarny stuff, because I'm afraid that if I talk too much, that he'll end up waking up. Okay, so a lot of you know about the yarn bingo, and if you don't, Llama Mama Kayla is the one that does it, and she is going off this bingo for this month is going off of Ella with no catchy name, with her crochet or make along, and it's Christmas in July, so you make a bunch of Christmas themed stuff. And for the first week, I think it's the first week in July, for the make along, it's make Christmas ornaments. So I got started right away, and I made 2 Christmas trees. Well, 2 trees, and I got pom-poms that I think I might, like the little tiny sparkly pom-poms that I might put on to make it look like little balls on there. So there's those 2. And the pattern, I think it was Jada and Stitches for this pattern. And then I made a little stocking, which I did myself. This is my own creation. I got a little tweaking to do, because it kind of, I don't like how this part just kind of is like really short. Wish I was just like out just a little bit farther, kind of like that, and this part longer. But it was my first time. And it's got a little handle. The weird thing about this is I showed my mother this, and she's like, "Where did you find that?" And I'm like, I made it. Something that I just threw together myself, pulled the pattern out of my head, and just poof, there it is. She's like, "Your grandmother made something identical to that." I don't remember the one that my grandmother made. So for her to say that I made something that looks exactly like what my grandmother made, because she used to crochet, was kind of weird, and kind of like, yeah, me and Grandma got the same ideas going through our head. Even though she's not here anymore, we're still on the same wavelength with our craftiness. So that was kind of this one. It just made this one like kind of really special. And I had my son holding my son, and I had it up here, and we were dancing, and he was going to grab something, so I moved him closer. I'm like, hopefully he's not grabbing something that I don't want him to play with, but he went to grab for this, and I was letting him play with it for a little bit. So there's that. And then non-Christmassy things, I had just a little bit of this cotton left, and I'm like, I don't know what to make with it, so I made a little bowl. I think I'm gonna use this for cakes when they get down. So I don't know Maybe like what are they? The sweet rolls may be able to fit into here because they're smaller. And I don't remember what, it's sugar and cream, but I don't remember the colorway on this. This one, it's Red Heart Super Saver, the Christmas one. And this one is more the one I got from eBay, I think, was, I don't know what the name, because I can't read it. I don't speak that language. So there's those. And then this was something that I was starting to make. I'm pretty sure I showed it in one of my other videos. I still gotta weave in my end. We all do it. It's done, even if they're not weaved in. But I started making something with this. I'm pretty sure I showed it in one of my other videos. But I was starting to get bored with how it was working out. And then when I seen that I had to do 63 or 65 rows of this pattern, I'm like, okay, I'm done. I don't want to do anymore. So I was gonna try and take it out, but because of these little thingies, it doesn't want to come out. So it ended up breaking. So I'm like, crap, what am I gonna do? So I'm like, you know what? It's just the right size for a cowl. So, I got fiber. So it's perfect. So that's what it is. Or maybe if it shrinks down a little bit, I can use it as a headband. Well, actually, like, well, with this headband on there, it kind of fits better, but before it was kind of like really big. But I think since I have this on, try and keep all my little flowy things out from my face. Well, not my face, but so I don't look like Medusa. I hate that. I brush them down, they just go pink right back up. I put stuff in my hair to keep them down, pink right back up. Okay, so I'm pretty sure that is all I have finished. I'm still working on my son's basket, which I had some of the really big one. I took it all out and I restarted it, so I only have like this much of it done. So once I have that more done, I will show it. Well, couple of things that I have started. This is another thing that's for the yarn bingo. Is a tree skirt. I almost forgot what it was called. And I'm doing it out of the Renat Handicraft Holiday yarn. And I didn't put a stitch marker on that. Why is that fuzzy? There we go. I just have my hook in there. But here it is. And it's in the red, green, and white. And the colorway is Yuletide Twist. My mother-in-law gave it to me. She didn't want to. My father-in-law was like, you don't need this yarn. You have too much yarn. I want to be like, there is no such thing as too much yarn. But I wasn't getting in the middle of that argument. So I just took the yarn and like, okay, more yarn for me. And then the next thing that I have going, which I'm going to kind of take my time a little bit, because I have a feeling that this is going to work up pretty quickly, is the Come On I Wanna Ruwana sweater. And I'm already on the second part And I started this three days ago, I think. And I'm showing you it's upside down only because of the center part that kind of dangles down. It's just easier to show that way. Once I have more of it done and I can hold it up. Because I mean I could try and show it like that, but it doesn't. It looks kind of weird. I mean, it looks kind of weird right now the way it is, but this is, I'm pretty sure, the third thing that I'm trying to make out of this yarn. So I am determined to finish this with this yarn because I absolutely love the colors. It's got yellow, white, and gray. But I absolutely love how it's... I love this yarn. I love the color. And I've never done the lover's knot or this... I don't remember what the other one is. It starts with an S. But yeah. It's so cool. This part is going to be the like super easy part because it's just a half double or double crochets until I get to here. But I got quite a bit of it done. I was working on it last night when my husband was feeding our son. Yeah, I am using my stitch marker from Randy. Let's go. And I have this one on here too. The little donut. Come in. No, it doesn't want to focus. And I think I have another one somewhere. Maybe not. No, I had where the yarn, I had some yarn right here because you had once you got done with this part, then you took it off or you ended it, and you could either switch to another skein of yarn or you could continue or like fasten off with it and then start over here. And I just ended the row with it and just had a bunch of it dangling, and I used one of those little tiny paper clip thingies that you like pinch open, and I just pinched it to the side because I was in the car when I did it and that's all I had with me in my car. So that is that. And I don't think I finished anything else. I haven't tried to do anything with the fire and ice poncho. It's just kind of sitting there. Kind of sad that it's too big. So hopefully, well, not hopefully, but eventually I'll end up doing something with it. I hope with my phone being sideways, it doesn't mess up how the video is gonna upload. I'm trying to think. I made a dishcloth when I was upstate for my friends that we were staying with. Just a small dishcloth. Because I made her one the last time I was there. I made her a scrubby. And I'm like, you want one that's a little bigger, that's not as scrubby? She's like, yeah. She's like, I use the one you made me the last time you were here all the time. And I'm like, well, that's good. I'm glad you're getting use out of it. I'm just looking over here, just like on behind the couch. Not behind the couch, but on the back of the couch to see if there's anything else. So I put it up there on the back of the couch, out of little fingers' reaches. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else that I have finished. I haven't bought any more yarn. Our 4th of July was really good. A happy belated 4th of July to anybody who celebrates 4th of July. Happy Canada Day if anybody's from Canada that watches my videos. I know it's late, but with us going upstate, that was a nightmare the day we left. Because my husband's new job mailed out his checks instead of handing them to him. So we had to wait until the mail came, and the mail didn't come until 5:30 Friday night. So we didn't end up leaving here to go upstate until like 9 o'clock at night. And there was other stuff that was the result of that, but I won't get into that. And then we didn't get into my hometown Oswego until 6:30 in the morning. And my son's birthday party was at 2 on Saturday. So we had to stop at Walmart because we had to get some things for my son. And I had to pick up some creamer and sugar for the people we were staying with. Well, I didn't have to. I asked them if they needed anything. And I'm like, do you have creamer and sugar, coffee? Because the last time I was there, me, my husband, and my mom pitched in and got them the Keurig / coffee pot maker as a thank you for letting us stay there. So they buy the big things of the K-cups. So that was, they had coffee, they just didn't have cream or sugar. So we stopped there, got that, got some things for my son, went to their house. My son and my husband took a nap for a little while. I stayed awake the whole day, the whole day. I didn't end up going to sleep until, let's see, it was probably about 5:30 Sunday morning. So I was almost up. I was up for, I think, 40 or 42 hours. I was so tired. And then Sunday we left to come back here, and I only got about 4 hours of sleep. And we went out to breakfast with my mom and her boyfriend. Got pancakes for my son for breakfast. Went to one of the restaurants that's really big in my hometown. It's called Wade's Diner. I haven't been there probably about 3 years, and the lady that works there still knows my order. I usually get French toast and home fries, and she looked at me and she's like, French toast and home fries? I'm like, yep. That's what I usually always get when we go there. And we didn't get pancakes for him. We got pancakes when we went to the diner here. We got him pancakes. When we went to that diner, he had eggs. He tried a little bit of my husband's corned beef and hash. And he had a bite of my husband's home fries. And there's something else. I don't remember what else my husband got, but he had our son try a little bit of that too. So he had a pretty decent breakfast. He's been eating a lot more. Like, we went to, my brother-in-law graduated, and we had his graduation party at a buffet, and my son had it would be one plate for like us, but for him, because it was all like little things, he ended up having like 2 plates, and he had some ice cream. He had a little bite of a piece of cake. So he had a lot of food, and then the buffet is attached to, it's like it's a part of the mall, but you can't get to the mall by going through the buffet. So it's like attached to it, but not directly attached to it, if that makes sense. So after that, my son was getting really, really fussy because he was tired. There's a lot of people there. They're like, oh, baby, and wanted to hold him. So it kind of made it so he couldn't take a nap. So me and my husband took a walk around the mall for a little bit. So he ended up passing out while we were walking around the mall. So he got to sleep there, and then he kind of woke up when we put him in the car to come home. And then he went right back to sleep. And then he slept. Well, it takes about like 10 minutes to get there. So we had another like an hour nap in the mall, and then 10-15 minute nap from the mall to home. And then he wasn't as cranky. Today he's been good, kind of cranky. I've been more cranky because that tooth back here, I think I had the wrong tooth pulled, because now it's the last tooth before my wisdom teeth still haven't came in. So it's the tooth right before the wisdom tooth. I think my wisdom teeth are starting to poke through, so I think that's the reason why. It's because it's like pushing it or something. I don't know. I took 2 naproxen earlier. Oh, this morning I took 3 extra strength Tylenol. Didn't touch it. A few hours later, it was probably like 5 hours later, I took the naproxen. I took 1, and then I told my mom, I'm like, the pain is still there. I'm like, I took 11:30 this morning, I took 3 Tylenol, and it still hurt. And around, it was about 4 or 4:30, I took the 1 naproxen. And when I was talking to my mom, it was like around 5:30. She's like, take another one. So I'm like, okay. She's like, you can take up to 2 of those, but no more than 2 in 24 hours. So I'm like, okay. So that seems to be working. And I can't use Orajel because of bad experience when I was a kid. I accidentally touched. I was like 9 or 10. I had a toothache. And I accidentally touched where my grandmother put the Orajel on my tooth. I touched it with my tongue, and it freaked me out because I didn't know that it numbed you. So ever since then, I haven't used Orajel. So when this starts hurting, the only thing that helps is if I rinse my mouth out with Listerine, because it kind of, I don't know what it does. I don't know if it's because of the alcohol in there that kind of makes it stop hurting. So my mouth is just super, super clean because of all the Listerine. Not saying that I don't clean brush my teeth to begin with. I gotta crack my back. I woke up and my back was sore today. So, yeah. So I have a minty fresh breath. Even with the coffee. It's still, I made that mistake this morning. So I used the Listerine and then I took a sip of my coffee. That's almost as worse as brushing your teeth and then taking a sip of orange juice. No. But I'm just really rambling on right now. It's been a while since I did a video. So I figured show you the yarny stuff, talk about life stuff. Unless if I am like completely boring with my life stuff, because I don't really do anything. I mean, since I kind kind of unfriended my best friend that I had down here. Because, yeah, she wasn't good news, so kind of stopped talking to her and stopped hanging out with her. I don't need her in my life with the way she was, so it's just me and my son and my yarn and all of you. So, oh, before I go, the Facebook group that I started, I'm actually quite shocked at how many people are there. I think there's 11 or 12 people there, which is way more than I thought was gonna show. I thought for sure that it was gonna be a couple of people, and then, like I said, if there wasn't a certain amount, that I was just gonna close, like, delete it. But there's a decent amount. I'm pretty impressed. Thank you for the ones that are over there. If you, well, I actually don't remember the name of it. Was ACS Creations Crafty Chit Chat, I think I named it. If you want to go and check it out, you don't have to, because I know there's a lot of Facebook groups, so that's why I was kind of iffy on starting one. But eventually, like, if I get a few more people in there, there's that one pattern, or the one book that I got that's from the 1800s, that, since there's no copyright laws on that now because it's that old, it's from the 1800s, I may, if people are interested, I may post a couple of the patterns in there, only because that book, I know 100% sure I will not get in trouble for doing that. If anybody that's over there doesn't feel comfortable with me doing that, please let me know, and I will just forget about doing that altogether. Or if you think on here, like, it's like, if you tell me in the comments that you don't think that's a good idea, even though it's from the 1800s, then I won't do it. Let me know what your opinion is, because, I mean, I was kind of iffy about it, but I'm like, it's from the 1800s. There's no, like, I don't really think anybody that wrote that book is still alive. If they are, they, wow. I think it was like from 1818 is when the book was published. And it's got crocheting patterns, knitting patterns, and I think embroidery patterns in there too. So there's quite a bit of stuff in there. And one of the patterns, I wanted to make one of the petticoats, but the stitches don't add up. I just, unless maybe if I retry it now, since how that was like 2 years ago that I got the book, maybe it'll be different. I don't know. Anyways, rambling on again. I'm going to go because it is 11:30 and my husband should be home any minute now. So, I'm going to go upload this, and I will talk to everybody later. I hope everybody is doing well, and I hope you have a good night or day, depending on when you watch this, and I will see you all next time. Bye.